Yeah, good morning. Yes, Uncle Lou here too. Also. Yeah, good morning. It's Uncle Lou here. Y'all pick me an upset for today. Pick me an upset. And don't say Georgia. You don't troll me at 9 in the morning. Pick a real upset for today. I've seen a lot of people picking Texas A&M over Clemson today. That's an interesting game. I'm gonna keep an eye on that one. What time does that one come? Is that a night game? Texas A&M and Clemson. What time is that one? Southern Cal on the road. I think Stanford wins that one, Brody. I don't know, you could be right. If Stanford is as bad as they looked last week, then Southern Cal will win. But I have a feeling Bryce Love's going to go off this week. Okay, 7:30. Okay, good. So I can watch the Georgia game at 3:30, then I can watch the Taters and Texas A&M tonight now. Is any, what's up with the noon games today? Any good ones on at noon? I'm trying to plan out my TV watching today. Which one is worth watching at noon? The early game. I think Georgia Tech's favored over South Florida, ain't it, Lee? Lee Watson, good morning, sir. Bad Dog, what's up, buddy? Good morning. Blackhawk Central, Orca, Mike Flowers, Young Forever Lasting, Big Dog Fan 72, Slim Mosley, Master of Dreams, Glenn Hartley, Ball Rising. Good morning. No good noon games today? What about Oklahoma and UCLA? That's at noon, ain't it? Oklahoma. How bad is Oklahoma going to beat UCLA? Hey, Bad Dog, how bad is Oklahoma going to beat UCLA today? 50 points? The spread is 30. I would take Oklahoma on that one. Matthew Henley, good morning, sir. I'm excited today, I'm not going to lie. It was hard for me to get up for last week's game because we were playing Austin Peay. I mean, it was the first game of the season, so there was some excitement for that, you know, getting to see like the new players play and finally getting to watch Georgia play again after 8 months. But hard to get all that excited about an FCS team, but I'm fired up today. This is going to be a good one today at 3:30. 48-17. Okay, that's 31 points, Bad Dog. I can live with that. The spread is 30, so I'll take 31.
That's recommending 14. Yeah, that added up 14. I think if I'm not mistaken, if I'm able to play tonight to win. I think they need a fast start. They need to keep their crown and get themselves with this new regime.
Bad Dog. How bad did the Falcons and Eagles look the other night, though? Hey, y'all subscribe to Bad Dog too if you like. If you're into the NFL, I know a lot of people on here are strictly college guys, and that's fine. But if you're into the NFL, y'all subscribe to Bad Dog. He makes NFL videos. He's a Giants fan, but he does live streams like I do, but they're more NFL focused.
If you spend too much time stopping Bryce Love, you're going to have to deal with the downfield throw. Porter Gustin, one of the best pass rushers.
Brody, you're going to miss the South Carolina fan? Some of them will hang around. I mean, look, I wish all of them would hang around, but this always happens, right? During hate week, I piss off an entire fan base. A bunch of new people that have never seen my channel before show up. They don't understand what we do here, you know. They take it personally. They get mad. And then if Georgia wins, I never see them again. If Georgia loses, they live in my comment section for like 2 weeks, and then I never see them again. But some of the new fans that come around every week always end up staying. The ones that get it. I hope not, Charles. We have a lot of fun on this channel. I mean, I talk a lot of trash, but it's not personal. It's just, trash talk is just a part of college football to me. We have a lot of fun on here.
Battle for Georgia, especially early, being acclimated to new year, opportunity, in my opinion, for them to go up against a great defense and remind everybody how good the Dogs are this year.
Clemson, Texas A&M. Off against Northwestern State.
7 o'clock. That's going to be a good Clemson and Texas A&M. I mean, Jimbo Fisher, he's used to preparing for Clemson, you know, coming from Florida State. So I think this is going to be an interesting game. And I'm curious to see how much Trevor Lawrence plays in this one, with it being a meaningful game. He looked really good last week. If y'all saw any of that Clemson game last week, Trevor Lawrence looked pretty good.
That you have with Coach Fisher playing into your game planning for this game?
Well, a little bit of familiarity.
Natty Back Steve, thank you, sir, for the $5. Good morning. He says South Carolina by 6. This has been a weird series over the last 10 or 15 years, so I don't know. We'll see. It's going to be a good game, I think.
Going on 9 times now, a lot of unknowns.
Well, some of the unknowns too are on your side, because we saw 2 quarterbacks in game 1, and I know that you have a plan for the game on Saturday. So how do you plan on using both of your?
No, that was the only one of those 1980 Coke bottles that I had. Roll Tide 24, but I'm getting another. I mean, they're easy to find. They're everywhere. So I'm gonna get me another one. I've had that thing for 20 years. I really wish I would have drank it now, but I'll get me another one.
Last week, so hopefully that'll be the case in this game, and both will have moments and make a positive impact in the game.
Yeah, Jesse, I watched some of it. You know, I took TCU. I took TCU minus 22, and I looked like an idiot in the beginning, right? SMU jumped out to like a 9-0 lead, but SMU poured it on in the end, and they ended up covering the 22.
114 to nothing in the last 2 meetings, and poor old Kansas.
Big Dog fan, I've been waiting on Miko to run one. Every time he touches the ball on a punt return, it seems like he's one step away from taking it to the house. He's due for one. He's going to get him a couple this year, and yeah, today would be a good day to get one. The Coke didn't really taste that bad. It tasted sweeter than the Coke, you know, a new Coke you would drink today, and it tasted stale, obviously, a little cardboardy tasting almost. But it actually wasn't that bad. Justin Hardy says, Uncle Lou, give me a blank blank for my birthday. I can't give you that, but Luther, you want me to get Luther? You want me to get 90 proof for Luther to do it for you? If I should get 90 proof for Luther to wish this guy a happy birthday, then give me a hell yeah in the comments section.
Georgia will have their hands full at South Carolina. This is the Gamecocks will run 3 out of 4 against Georgia at home. And listen, it's a big game for the South Carolina guys. Over 20% of the South Carolina team is from Georgia.
Wow.
And that makes a big game. This game will be closer than the experts think.
Really? I agree with you, boy. I love that matchup. But there's a team in the Big Ten that's kind of like outside the radar. No one's talking about Michigan State. Sparty. They returned 19 starters from a year ago. They have a pretty good schedule. They stumbled a little bit.
All right, hold on.
I think this is a team on the road against Arizona State that they're able to come away with a victory. It'll help their confidence. Last week might have been just a wake-up call. D'Antonio does a fantastic job. This team, I think if they're able to go out there and win, watch out for this team to contend in the Big Ten.
You know, weather is a big issue. There are a lot of thunderstorms, but that game you're talking about, Michigan State and Arizona State, they're expecting temperature at kickoff to be over 100 degrees. It'll be the hottest game Michigan State's ever played.
Wow.
Second hottest.
Kind of game.
Second hottest was a few years ago in Oregon. 91 at kickoff. You know what happened?
What happened?
Started wilting in the second half.
Yeah.
Let's see how they handle it. That's part of a big day for the Pac-12. Washington's got an easy one against North Dakota.
Hey, Luther.
Colorado, Nebraska.
Luther.
Trying to bounce back against
wants you to wish him happy birthday, man. Wake up. Wake up, man. We'll get you some coffee. Splash some water in your face or something. Come on, man. He asked nice, bro.
For 64 years. It started when we were teammates.
This guy wants you to wish him a happy birthday, man. Come on.
He was, he was a good football player. And he got hurt with his knee. They had to leave school. While he was away from school, he took
17 titles! Woo! Hey, good morning! Hey, happy birthday! Hey, woo! I tell him happy birthday! Woo! Tide! I tell him whoa, Tide! Woo! Who is it? Woo! Who is it? Woo! Whoa, Tide 20! Whoa, Tide 17! Whoa, Tide 17 titles! Whoa, Tide! Whoa, Tide! I tell him happy birthday. Woo! I'm going back to sleep.
That's when you find out who your real friends are. You see the signs in this crowd here. Rest in peace, Bandit, and Florida State today will wear helmet decals that pay homage to Burt Reynolds by using the license plate from the Smokey and the Bandit car on the back. That would be a really cool touch as the Seminoles play today and try to bounce back after losing the opener against Virginia Tech. Inside College Game Day. Not too far down the road, Houston and Arizona. Ed Oliver tackles everybody, but what does he do when he's not playing football? Spend a day with the big...
Does he know about Nick Saban, Will?
Five-star Gene Wojciechowski tells you the story of that great...
Nick Saban, Bear Bryant, 17 titles. Well, whoa, Tide on that, Will. Yeah, so happy birthday, buddy.
It's not just a game. Here it's the culture. We take you to the intersection. Football, Southern Cuisine, Wright Thompson, and John T. Ed, and a little taste of the South on College Game Day.
General Paultard, good morning. You're definitely everyone's favorite, General. You're the most requested super fan, sir.
To browse less and brush more, and a helping hand that empowers you to take your project into
Morning, David Frutal. Good luck to your Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets today, sir.
Guaranteed, so you can stop pinning and start painting with America's top-rated paint and the know-how to get more out of a color you love.
Harrison Triplett, good morning. Thank you, sir. I appreciate that. Georgia 31-23. I'd be happy with that.
The best paint for any budget starting $18.97. The Home Depot. More save, more do it.
Listen what the general tell you now.
Regular jeans are made for
Yeah, I don't know what I'm going to watch at noon. I'll probably just flip around a bunch of different games at noon. I watch Georgia game at 3:30. And then I'll flip around a little bit tonight too, but I'll mostly be watching that Clemson Texas A&M game unless it turns into a blowout.
work or a little of both. New styles, great fits. Regular, real comfortable jeans.
G Young says Pruitt is the new Butch. Pruitt is worse than Butch, sir. Butch didn't lose to any non-conference teams last year. Pruitt is 0-1 against the non-con, and Butch Jones won his first game at Tennessee 45-0, and Pruitt got blowed out in his first game at Tennessee. So, yeah, so.
Lower calories. Higher expectations.
Rodney Anderson is a grown man, bad dog. I love Rodney Anderson. He earned my respect in that Rose Bowl. That guy is an absolute beast.
They make you sign up for bonus cash back, and it's only
Waikiki 451, good morning. Is Tennessee pulling the up? I've seen a lot of memes this week talking about Tennessee upsetting Eastern Tennessee. That's hilarious to me. But, I think Tennessee will win today, though.
every purchase, every week. It's like a cashback oasis. What's in your wallet?
must learn something. Why test a hybrid engine for over 6 million miles? Why hand-tune an audio system? Why include the most advanced active safety system in its
Me too, Deborah.
Because when you want to create an entire...
You know, this is going to be just like what happened. This really reminds me of last year's Georgia-Mississippi State game. If you guys remember that, that was like week 3 or 4, I think. People were hyping that game up. Mississippi State was the real deal. They were going to whip Georgia. Georgia was overrated. Georgia hadn't played anybody. We go out and beat Mississippi State 31-3, and then of course immediately after the game, everybody says, "Oh well, Mississippi State wasn't never no good, Lou. Who have Georgia played, Lou?" And that's what's going to happen today. All these people that have spent all week saying how Georgia better watch out. South Carolina's a good team. South Carolina's got this person and that person, and South Carolina returns this and returns that. On and on and on. As soon as this game's over, they'll be right back in the comment section like they normally are, talking about, well, South Carolina just wasn't no good, Lou. Who have Georgia played, Lou? Georgia ain't played no. Tell me who Georgia played, Lou.
And Wendy's, the official hamburger of NCAA football.
Yeah, Frank, for everybody that's never seen this, you have to understand, this is midnight in this stadium at Kyle Field.
That's crazy, that pep rally they do at Kyle Field at midnight, ain't it? That they get that many people to show up at midnight. Y'all know what I'm talking about, what they just showed on game day? I don't speak pineapple, Woo.
There's so many traditions that go on here. You'll be exposed to them throughout this edition of College Game Day. Plenty of rivalry games in September. Kinnick Stadium, the fight for the Cyhawk. Iowa State and Iowa. Clones had their opener canceled due to weather. That Campbell's been good as an underdog at Iowa State.
No, I hadn't been paying attention to the signs yet this morning.
This rivalry got bitter in 2011. The Cyclones went into the Hawkeyes' backyard and stole one.
Give me that.
A triple overtime thriller. And the Hawkeyes have been bitter about that one ever since. This is going to be a heated matchup.
Robert, the only people that ever say talent doesn't matter is fans of teams who don't have that much talent. I mean, check the conference winners and the national title winners over the last 20 years and tell me which conference winner or which national title winner didn't have any talent.
These games back in there's Dan Marino, get it done. Had to get Dan Marino, so I don't know what he's playing today, but that's good stuff.
Yeah, White, you're right. Bentley's a decent quarterback, but he's a turnover machine. He's like Brett Favre. Every once in a while he makes a throw and you're like, oh my God. But then he leads the league in interceptions. And no, Jake Bentley is not as good as Brett Favre. I'm just using that as an analogy because Brett Favre is the all-time interception leader in the NFL. All right, Bad Dog. Thanks for stopping by, buddy. Bentley is a top 5 QB. What? Where? Not what? Like top 5 in the SEC? Maybe. That's a big maybe. Here's quarterbacks in the SEC that are better than Jake Bentley. Locke from Missouri. Tua from Alabama. Nick Fitzgerald from Mississippi State. Jake Fromm from Georgia. Kyle Shermer from Vandy. Then maybe Jake Bentley. So Jake Bentley's like 6th or 7th in the SEC. I don't know what foolishness means, Mike Flowers.
There he goes again. We'll wait for another touchdown jump for the fourth quarter.
Lou, what are you going to do when the Gamecocks show out and beat Georgia? The opposite of what most of y'all are going to do. I'm going to show up on LouTube. If Georgia wins, I'll never see y'all again.
Coach,
Coach Frost, you got to run out on the field for the first time as a Nebraska head football coach. That's about as far as you got. Mother Nature had different plans. How do you think going through the motions and the emotions pregame for your team will impact them when they do finally get to play against Colorado?
All right, y'all thumbs up the video if you're watching it.
But sometimes dealing with all the emotion leading up to it.
Help me out. It ain't hard. Just hit the thumbs up button.
Several players tell me that they think they'll be more relaxed this week, having gone through that already.
177 of y'all watching. 14 people hit the thumbs up button. Y'all are treating me badly.
Hasn't played since 2016. He's one of those guys that did go through that emotion. How do you think he'll respond when he does finally get his first start?
Can't wait to see. He's been doing great.
Oh, that's the game that comes on at noon today, I think. Nebraska and Colorado. I wanted to watch some of that. I think Nebraska's going to be pretty good this year. I like Scott Frost, and they're going to play that freshman quarterback, I think. Is there any Nebraska fans in the comments section? I don't know. Let me know. I think they're going to play that Adrian Martinez at quarterback. I'm interested to see how he does. Nebraska's game got canceled last week. So this is their first game. So we'll see how they do.
Nebraska football, just Nebraska equipment. That t-shirt. Let's go. Yeah, exactly.
Thank y'all for the thumbs up.
They better buckle up today.
Oh, that game comes on at 3:30? Damn, I thought that was a noon game. Are you sure? My bad. Okay, yeah, I see a lot of y'all telling me now. I don't know why I thought that was a noon game. Yeah, I'm not saying Nebraska's going to win the Big Ten or anything. I just want to see what they look like with Scott Frost and that new quarterback.
I'm very interested to see true freshman quarterback Adrian Martinez. This cat is very good. And
Now David Pollock. David Pollock must watch Uncle Lou every day like he's supposed to. Here he is talking about Nebraska's quarterback now.
Martinez was going to start. He transfers. And so are you going to run your quarterback a lot to win ball games that you need to win? Because they're going to need to do that.
I think he made a good decision going to Nebraska. They needed a turnaround. They need to head in a new direction. He's from there. I mean, and he was as hot as he was ever going to be. So if he was going to get a big time job, now was the time to do it.
It was the defense in those years. They're going to be challenged at home today. Steven Montez last week, he missed 3 passes.
Georgia didn't give up a single point, and there's somebody in here saying Georgia's defense didn't look so good.
They were down last year. I think they're back.
Meanwhile, none of y'all's team pitched a shutout last week, so.
You know, Montez was impressive. Kid, his first 12 passes, got that offense up. To get back to Scott Frost, you know what impresses me about Scott? The coaches who influenced his life.
Well, big dog, you got to recruit nationally at Nebraska. You can't rely on Nebraska talent. You're gonna have to go down to Florida to get some. You're gonna have to go down to Texas and get some. You're gonna have to go out to West and get some. You're gonna have to get some from the Midwest. You're gonna have to get a little bit from everywhere at Nebraska. Scott Frost should be able to recruit. Scott Frost should be able to recruit Florida though, because he spent a couple of years down there. And the high school kids are going to know Scott Frost's name, you know, because of what he did at Central Florida last year.
Wow.
Yeah, Baker played on Saturday. It was our other cornerback that was out last week.
Couple of dudes you better get to know now. Receiver from Colorado, a 200-yard game from business, you know. And if the kid that can't transfer, Trayvon McMillan.
I think people are coming over around 2 o'clock. No, I won't be streaming the game today. I mean, I guess there's a possibility that if it's really, really close at the end of the fourth quarter, I may stream the end, but I usually don't do live streams when I have people over. I only do this once a year where I have people over to watch the game, and I usually don't live stream. I mean, I'll still do the video, so I'll post a halftime video, I'll post an end of the game video. I guess there's a small chance that if it's really close at the end, I may live stream, but more than likely it'll just be a video that gets posted as soon as the game is over. Yeah, I'm ready for the company. Mrs. Lou, you know, well, she's got some friends coming over too, so it'll be fine. And the kids have some friends coming over to keep them occupied too, so it'll be fine.
And what are they going to do in week 2? Barry, what are you going to rally the troops.
The thing is that I don't know any of the people that are coming over. They're strangers to me. One or two of them I've ever met before. That's it. The rest of them I have no idea. I don't even know them. No clue who they are.
Yeah, you'll be all right. We got confidence.
I mean, I know their name, but I never met them before.
There were rivalries too. Penn State and Pittsburgh playing. They'll play in Pittsburgh. Heinz Field. Not exactly the most perfectly manicured places for kickers, but Penn State coming off that escape against.
Natty Back Steve is camera shy this morning. I might can get him to say that for you, but I doubt he'll be going on camera. Kessel Run, once a year I invite people from YouTube over to watch the game.
Was in the mix for the national championship, and there was always a lot at stake besides bragging rights within the state.
Hockey Gaming, where's my shirt? What shirt?
24-7, 1981 Penn State.
What you want, a YouTube shirt?
Against number 1 Pittsburgh, Dan Marino put his team up 14-0, but here come the Nittany Lions. They took advantage of.
I think Georgia's going to do what they've been doing, and until or unless it doesn't work, I think they're going to try to run the ball. I think Elijah Holyfield will probably have the best game of his career today, which isn't saying much. But with Cook being suspended in the first half, I mean, DeAndre Swift will be the starter, but I think you'll see a lot of Elijah Holyfield in the first half, and he's sort of our downhill runner type of guy. So I think you'll see a lot of Elijah Holyfield up the middle in the first half. And they'll let Fromm sling it around too. I mean, I think it's going to be a pretty balanced offense today. I think we'll single cover Deebo Samuel with DeAndre Baker, and then I think we'll double Edwards on the other side because we have a freshman cornerback on the other side.
This game isn't really important. I'm actually saying the opposite. And I still think it's being misinterpreted. This is the biggest game in the world.
I don't really have. Well, I sort of have specific attire for game day. Whatever shirt I wear for the first game of the year, if we win, I wear that shirt again the next Saturday, and I wear that same shirt every game day until we lose. And then I have a couple of pair of like of socks that I wear on game day every Saturday. Yeah, I like Carolina Jack Pie. He's a good guy. I've been going back and forth with him for a couple of years now.
Kenny Pickett, a quarterback, if you haven't watched him yet, last year, big upset over Miami. Dude's a dual threat guy. Watch number 8 quarterback for Pitt. He's fun to watch. Penn State's defense still a lot to grow on. Pitt wins today. Sounds like Penn State had a wake up.
Mike Flowers wished an injury on somebody. I got to see this.
What we learned last week is how they're going to replace Gesicki and Hamilton on the outside.
Yeah, you're human garbage, Mike Flowers.
Trace McSorley. It was.
I mean, I think people probably had an idea that you were, but if there was any doubt, you just removed it. So. Yeah, Jalen Hurts is redshirt. I told y'all that on the live stream the other day.
Expecting a lot of rain there. Give me a quick pick on the Cyhawk game. Iowa State.
I'm going with the Hawkeyes in close one. I'm going with Iowa State.
Cyclones, huh?
Yep, I'm going with the Cyclones. This game's always even.
I don't really have superstitions other than the shirt thing. Whatever shirt I wear, if they win, I'll wear the same shirt the next week.
You haven't seen David Montgomery. He's awesome. One of the top backs in the Big 12, which is saying a lot in that conference.
Fizzle, I watched. I know you're a Florida fan. I'll keep an eye on the Florida-Kentucky game. Although I think Florida wins without a problem. Texas A&M, Clemson will be a good one. I mean, there's not a whole lot of big games today.
Former volunteer quarterback and former Tennessee assistant and former Jimbo Fisher assistant Randy Sanders.
Y'all keep laughing at the Browns. I think the Browns will win 6 or 7 games this year. Seriously, I know they've only won one game. What is it? One win over the last 2 years. I think they'll win 6 or 7 games this year. And it's not solely because of Nick Chubb. I think they've made a lot of good moves over the last couple of years, and I think they'll win some games this year. Baker Mayfield's not even playing. Who was it that said that? Eric Odom? He's not starting. Tyrod Taylor will be the starter. Cocky Gaming, you heard any updates on Ledbetter, so you're talking about sprained ankle. He was practicing some this week with an air cast on his foot. He is making the trip to Columbia. My guess is it'll be one of those game time decision type things.
Which means that there's probably some overreactions out there, but we want you to relax.
Josh, I haven't looked since I got that starter jacket. Have all y'all seen that thing? Let me show this thing off again. I love this thing.
He does on the field. Did Lana spend a little time with the Houston Cougars defensive line?
I know a lot of y'all are too young to even care, but I mean, I'm 40, but if you didn't have one of these in the 90s, I mean, you were a nobody. These starter pullover jackets. I mean, I'm serious. People was getting robbed and killed for these things back in the day. But yeah, I bought that off eBay a couple of weeks ago. If you're anywhere close to my age, then you know you had to have one of those.
After football, 1:45 Eastern on ESPN and the ESPN app. And still to come on College Game Day, our Pizza Hut Game Day traditions. Here's a Pizza Hut pro tip. Create a game day atmosphere.
Prince, yes sir, man. Them starter jackets were everything, man. And I can't. I'm gonna wear that thing too. I can't wait for it to get cold. I mean, it doesn't even need. If it could just get down to like 65, I probably would wear that. That's how bad I'm waiting to wear that starter jacket. I can't wait. Dead and Red, good morning, sir. Thank you for the donation. Go Kansas. Kansas, man. Kansas is bad, but I can't believe they lost to Nicholls State. It just seems like Kansas can't get out of neutral. They just, they've been treading water for a long time.
Ever notice that the farther away
Yeah, I like Mississippi State today.
the closer together you feel? Memories built to last in the all-new Hyundai Santa Fe. From the creator.
No, Sanford won't give FSU a fight. No, FSU will look like a totally different team against Sanford. They'll roll.
This fall.
Willie Cade is a troll. Kirby Smart is a weak leader. Okay.
What is it?
Lamont Jackson, good morning, sir. Notre Dame 2-0, go Irish. Yeah, they'll win today. They play Ball State, right? Yeah, they'll roll big in that one.
Dr. Pepper, the official drink of fans, kicking off this fall.
Yeah, Mississippi State plays Kansas State. They'll beat them.
All game long.
I think they're a 9.5 or 10-point favorite. I would give the points. I think Mississippi State beat them by 3 touchdowns.
You don't hear the upstairs toilet.
Malik Rozier for Heisman, man. Come on.
You wanted a bowl season?
You look terrible.
You got a bowl season. If I can show up on game day.
Yeah, Mike Flowers, but Kirby Smart knows how to spell, though.
So get all state.
So at least he's got that going for him. Mac Edge, what's for dinner, Lou? Doing a Boston butt today with some baked beans and like a noodle salad. And then I have like y'all know those like 7-layer dips or whatever? I have that. Chips and salsa. What else did I? Oh, I bought a cherry pie too, just because. I don't know. I was walking through the grocery store and it looked good, so I bought it.
Taco Bell is celebrating the heart, soul, and spirit of college football. The student section. They make the greatest game in the world. Well, great, and it's time we pay homage to them. A distinguished committee of experts.
Frank's for Heisman. Man, stop.
Created to rank and select the student section of all student sections. Students so loud and
Good job,
so
Uncle Cock. I'm proud of you, sir.
That it will become the symbol of student section excellence for years to come. If your student section has what it takes, check
Because
out
Mark Rick doesn't care about winning, Eric Odom. Winning is not high on Mark Rick's priority list.
Kayak compares hundreds of travel and airline sites, so you can be confident you're getting the right flight at the best price. Cheers.
Hot rod for Heisman.
Search one.
He's an All-American kicker.
Every rain comes to an end.
Debo for Heisman. Same Debo that had 50 yards receiving last week. Man, come on.
You will have to earn.
He's an average receiver, bro.
Is Dad coming?
John, I know you're a Florida fan and hate Florida State. Florida State will destroy Sanford, sir.
I mean, even Thursday night games are great. I can't go.
Sure you can. You can watch live with the Dish.
And oh, I see somebody saying something about the season is over. I have to take a team off of the season is over list. I jumped the gun. I was so excited just to make one of those the season is over videos because they're a lot of people's favorite videos and they're fun to make too. And I think I just got overly excited. But I put a team on the season is over list that really shouldn't be on there. The more I have thought about it this week, I really think Washington still has a legitimate chance to make the playoffs. And I put them on the your season is over list last year after they took the L to the barn. So this is me. I'm officially removing Washington from the your season is over list. But every other team that I put on the list last week, their season is really over. But I feel like Washington, if they can run the table, will still have a shot at the college football playoff because I'm not sure anybody's going to make it out of the Big Ten. After watching Penn State and Michigan State struggle last week, I'm just not sure about that. I just have a feeling a one-loss Pac-12 champion will get in, especially if that one loss is to the barn by less than a touchdown. So I'm taking Washington off of the your season is over list.
Good win, but the confidence is still coming. Bryce Love, he's going to be just fine.
Kyler Murray looked really, really good. I mean, listen, Oklahoma scored 70 points, so everybody looked really, really good. The problem is they played FAU, and I don't know. I'm not so sure UCLA is any better than FAU, to be honest. They looked terrible week 1. I've been saying all offseason it's going to take Chip Kelly a couple of years to get his type of player there at UCLA before he can even try to turn that thing around. So, I don't know. I mean, we'll see, but I have a feeling Oklahoma rolls big today, and we still won't know that much about them.
The very best seats from which to enjoy college game day. No matter what Tommy said,
Longhorn Nation says if Georgia loses, which they will, their season is not over. They can still make the playoffs. Depending on how Georgia loses, you could be right. I mean, if Georgia comes out today and loses by 3 or 4 touchdowns, then their season is over. I mean, listen, if Georgia loses to South Carolina by 3 or 4 touchdowns, then we're not beating Auburn or LSU either. So, if we lose by 3 or 4 touchdowns, the season's probably over. If it's a close game or we lose on some kind of a fluke at the end or something like that or something weird or strange happens and I can say, well, we can probably still beat LSU or Auburn, then no, the season wouldn't be over. So it just kind of depends on how it goes. Mac adds, Lou, when I turn 16, can I drive down to Augusta? Sir, once you get a driver's license, they allow you to drive anywhere you want. So yes, you can.
I'm still kind of on the fence about Virginia Tech right now because I thought that Florida State left a lot of yards and points on that field that night. Virginia Tech lost that defense. They played exactly how we expected them to play. They took advantage of Florida State's offensive line. But I'm still not buying them just yet because I thought that Florida State had multiple opportunities and self-inflicted wounds stopped their drives and their scoring opportunities.
Rodney Anderson deserves more Heisman attention. I mean, if he gets a running back, look at last year, man. You had Bryce Love, Saquon Barkley, and Jonathan Taylor all have close to 2,000 yards, and none of them won the Heisman. I mean, a running back really has to do something amazing to win the Heisman.
I don't think LSU's back where LSU's going to be a contender.
Or all the quarterbacks have to crap to bed.
I'm not quite there myself. I like seeing Joe Burrows. I thought he was efficient with what he did. I personally thought that the LSU.
Yeah, some good games on today, Bradley. Texas and Clemson A&M, or Clemson and Texas A&M. I'm going to keep an eye on the Nebraska games to see how Scott Frost looks in his first game. Florida and Kentucky. Penn State. Oh, Penn State and Pitt. We hadn't talked about that. That could be a good game, though. Pitt's better than a lot of people think. Penn State looked terrible against App State last year, and isn't this game at Pittsburgh? That could be an interesting one.
How about BYU beat Arizona and Will Tate?
All right, Mike, sleep good, buddy. Dogs play at 3:30 today, Falcons Fury. Yeah, Texas season is over. They look terrible again against Maryland. So, yeah, their season's over. They got no chance against West Virginia, TCU, or Oklahoma. So their season's over.
Great pronunciation there, by the way.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. My guy helped me with that earlier. See?
What did he tell me about? He said
Jake Browning will have a good year. He'll throw for 3,500 yards, I'm sure.
Football the last 10 years that have been physical. Everybody's physical against Arizona.
They're going to find out against. It was the mentality, though. I like the mentality that they came in that game. But when they went for it on 4th down, they're up 21-10 on the road. That tells me what their mentality is about. Let me take you guys on a trip.
Dogs 3092 says, will Hardman get his first kick return for a touchdown today? We were talking about that earlier. He's way past due for one, ain't he? And today would be a good day to get one. So I'm going to go with yes. Today is the day.
Who would it be?
Michigan. I know it doesn't like it, but they were not going to
Eric, what are your predictions for LSU, Georgia? In the offseason, I predicted Georgia to go 11-1 with a loss at LSU. So until I have a reason to change that, I guess I have to stick with that.
I buy that too. Yeah, the concern is that Jim Harbaugh is still going to run that Stanford type of offense, pro-style offense. Right. But he doesn't have the offense.
Lawtire, you're not giving the Aggies no chance today, man? What about first half? Can they keep it close in the first half, or you just think this is going to be all Clemson all day?
Create some running lanes because they're getting dominated tonight. I'll relax on their defense. I think their defense showed you in the second half. They only gave
Cocky Gaming, the best thing Debo can do today is just stay at the house. Forget about taking one to the house. The best thing Debo can do is just stay at the house. Just don't even get out of bed today.
They don't know what they are yet.
It's going to be a bad day for him. Lou, over, under 1.5 touchdowns for Franks today. Over.
I thought they would probably get the offensive line issues corrected. We've seen that for like the past 3 seasons. Obviously, they didn't have a cupcake game coming out the gate. They tried to work out the kinks. They went up against one of the best defensive coordinators in all college football, Bud Foster. But I'm still not buying Florida State because they haven't fixed those games.
Oh, that's awesome, Blake.
Yeah, Florida State and Miami.
Have fun at the game, man. It'll be a good one. It's going to be hot as hell, but it'll be a good game.
Fight through it. They didn't pass that test against Virginia Tech. In Miami, Rozier is a
Debo's an average receiver. That's it.
Last year, he had moments where he was playing great, seemed to understand the scheme, making quick decisions. Then he had moments that were not good. We heard the entire offseason he's better, and then he lays an egg in their first game. So where is he moving forward?
Ben, I want to know real quickly from you.
All right, Mac. Have fun today. Enjoy the game, sir.
Give me a quick one. Who you like?
Score prediction for Clemson, Texas A&M. I'm going to say. I'm going to say.
What do you guys think here? The crowd, SEC West.
31-20. Clemson.
I got one for you. Lost in the opener. Very disappointing. The Texas
I'm not sure if the CBS app works for watching the game or not. I would guess no, but I don't know for sure.
They're hissing in Texas. They got concerns.
If you don't know, they don't boo here. They just
Now, if you have an app for your cable provider, like I have Dish Network. Dish Network has an app. I can pull the app up on my phone and I can watch anything on Dish Network. So I could watch the game on my phone through Dish Network, but I don't think you can watch it through the CBS app.
Listen to this one. Who do you have concerns about tonight?
Clemson. Whoa, Clemson.
Oh, well, Mike says the CBS app does work. So thank you for that, Mike. I didn't know. So yeah, he says that'll work for you. Yeah, I watched the Falcons again. We live streamed it out here and talked about it while it was on.
Yeah, and they're not afraid of them. Texas A&M has beaten them 3 out of 4 times. Right. If I was Clemson, I'd be real worried. How many non-conference? 30 straight non-conference games.
30 straight against ranked opponents.
Yeah, I think D-Rob. Listen, Big Dog Bam says, I hope D-Rob gets some touches today. Listen, last week Terry Godwin didn't play. D-Rob never went out for a pass. I mean, we didn't do anything. Nothing you saw from Georgia's offense last week is going to look like what you'll see this week. That was what you saw last week was nothing. They'll let it loose today. Billy Bushcraft says Aggies went out right. I'll put you some money on it. I love Starbucks. I don't know what you're talking about.
Whoa, that looks like me. Like, when I was back here.
Look at that fur fly. Football Playoff National Championship Trophy presented by Dr. Pepper. Clemson has its eye on trying to get a second one of those someday. Jimbo Fisher.
What is the robe giveaway? What robe are we giving away? We did the jersey giveaway yesterday.
A little bit later on, and
College Gameday, the new head coach of the Aggies.
I gotta email the guy this weekend. I gotta remember to do that.
Washington State and their tragic loss. Stay tuned to
Yeah, Van Jefferson looked good against Charleston Southern.
Alan Caldwell from Fargo's Pit Barbecue, the Home Depot Gameday tailgate. This dude knows his grilling stuff when it comes to game day tailgating. Getting ready for that barbecue. We'll have to get into that coming up in a little bit. It's a moment when dreams come true. Walk-ons receive scholarships, and the reactions are priceless from everyone involved.
Giving away full scholarship to somebody who earned it tonight. As long as we get it to a camera, can't get it.
Mike, I guess you just don't even know what a millennial is. I mean, I see that you can't spell it, but you must not even know what it is either.
And I know the players are totally buying into Jimbo because they're starting to sound like Jimbo.
There's no way I'm giving my robe away. That's another reason I can't wait for it to turn cold, so I can. Those "Your Season Is Over" videos that I do on Sunday morning, I love to walk out here in that robe and laugh at them teams. It needs to get cold quick. Nobody has 3 running backs better than Cam Akers. No.
Hurts me. Oh, I get that all the time, but I do love game day.
Yeah, me too, Lamont. I'll college game day. Yeah, that starts my game day out every Saturday.
Tailgating this weekend? Yeah. And we've got everything you might.
I've been out here since about 6 o'clock this morning. I had to get it cleaned up in here because I got these people coming over. So I've been out here since about 6 o'clock this morning cleaning up out here. And I got done just in time to start this stream for y'all at 9. No, it's the heat that bothers me out here. I can deal with it out here in the wintertime. I closed the garage door and I put a space heater in here, and it'll warm this whole place up. But in the summertime, it's brutal out here. Like from May till now, it's absolutely brutal out here. Like those live shows I do in the afternoon at 3 o'clock. It's every bit of 125 degrees in this garage when I'm out here doing those live shows at 3 o'clock.
Drive your ambition. Mitsubishi Motors.
Hey, what are you guys doing here?
We're Voya. We stay with you.
Yeah, that was pretty bad, John, giving up 31 points to Oregon State.
Well, with your finances, that is. We have nothing to do with that tie.
Voya. Up in you 2 and through retired.
Well,
Regular jeans are made for those who roll with the times.
Dave Fizzle says the season is over list tomorrow will be Kentucky, South Carolina, Texas A&M. We'll see. I mean, if Texas A&M loses by 2 or 3 points or something, it could be hard to put them on the "Your Season Is Over" list. We then have to wait and see what they do against LSU, Bama, and Auburn. If Kentucky gets blown out, yeah, their season is over. If South Carolina gets blown out, yeah, their season is over.
Lower carbs. Lower calories.
David, I have 3 fans out here, sir.
Higher expectations. The life we've been waiting for.
The fans do a good job of moving that 125-degree air around. But yeah, I have 3 fans out here.
I got this, kids. 1 cup of lemonade.
Like right now, it feels good out here. I have the garage door open, and I just have this one oscillating fan turned on, pointing at me, and it feels great. But by 1 or 2 in the afternoon, once the sun has been up all day, it gets brutal in here. No, I'm not doing it in the house. I live in the garage. This is my grandma. I live in my grandma's garage, Mike. This is where I live. There's a refrigerator out here. I've got 2 recliners. 1 leather one and 1 like plush recliner. So depending on whether it's hot or cold or what, that depends which chair I sleep in. Got a refrigerator out here. I got a treadmill. I have a hot plate. No, I got everything I need out here.
More than 50 size options. For everyone yet to experience the all shapes.
Yeah, I like the little smoky sausages.
We say, uncuff yourself.
But Waikiki, thank you, sir, Portable AC.
Stop letting up.
Yeah, we can't trek to the Lost City in this rain, Josh.
Don't get your
Beer, eggs, biscuits, and gravy. I love biscuits and gravy, man. Oh my, that's one of my favorite things to eat for breakfast, biscuits and gravy.
Watch your favorite shows on demand, wherever you are.
Yeah, I need to get Lanier Ace back out here. You're right, Marcus. They need to hook me up.
What's next?
Legendary locations with Josh Gates.
College game day, built by the Home Depot, is
Yeah, I like grits with a lot of butter, and a lot of salt,
official
and
pizza
pepper.
of college football. Order now at pizzahut.com.
Oh, bratwurst? Oh, God. Well, you know, Mrs. Lou is German. She was born over there. Her mother is 100% German.
Definition of success with TIAA.
And so I eat German all the time. Yeah, bratwurst are great. I like whitewurst the best. I'm having some hash today, Mike. One of the guys that's coming over has a relative who owns a barbecue joint about an hour from here, and he's bringing me a bunch of hash. I love hash, yeah. So he's bringing me a bunch of hash over today.
And they're going to arrive in better shape in both quarterbacks than they did then. On that trip,
Yeah, German food's good. And we have a couple of German restaurants in town, and they're okay, but my mother-in-law, she, you know, when she cooks it, that's the real deal. She's 100% German, my mother-in-law. My Mrs. Lou's dad was a soldier in the army. And he was stationed in Germany, and he met and married a German woman, and they had Mrs. Lou was their child, obviously. So Mrs. Lou was born in Germany on an American military base, dual citizenship, and she never even moved to the United States until to go to college. She lived in Germany from the time she was born till she came here to go to college.
Alabama has likely solved its issue.
Nachos, we did that last week, Longhorn Nation. Well, I got some chips and salsa today, but not doing any nachos today. Doing a Boston butt today.
I had 2 quarterbacks that were here last year already. If a freshman can beat out a senior, so be it. I just want to win. He's a great guy. Always looking to learn.
Yeah, you ever been there, Slim? Germany? I went like 3.5. This was long ago, maybe 10 years ago. I went, spent 3.5 weeks over there. But yeah, it's nice over there. I'm not cooking any boiled peanuts today, but I cooked a bunch of them last weekend, and we didn't eat them all, so I drained them and froze them, and I'll get them back out today and reheat them.
The Alabama issue pretty much solved itself.
I don't think I'll do a live stream today, John, because I got a bunch of people coming over to watch the game. There's a chance if the game is really, really close, then there's a chance I would live stream the end of it if it's really, really close. But I'll definitely be doing a halftime video and a post-game video. It just might not be live. I might just record it and then upload it as soon as the game ends and at halftime.
But now here we are with today. I think these 2 teams, Clemson, Trevor Lawrence has got a chance to come in. Dabo already told everybody he's going to come in early. What if he does really well? You know, what is it? What happens? Does he stay in? Do they go back to the experienced guy in Kelly Bryant? And in my opinion, with Georgia, they got to be very
Upset
careful.
alert today. Well, Clemson. I mean, Texas A&M's a decent team, so Clemson, Georgia.
And then during their stretch at the end,
Penn State is on upset alert today.
They're winning because of him. And so he's got a little moxie that I think is tough to replace. I'm going to see how that one, especially that one, gets handled.
Well, Clemson's got a good problem. They got 2 excellent.
Shauna Myers, you're talking about Euros. Here's how you spell that.
To the playoff. He played well in it. And then they got Lawrence, freshman. He had 10
Euros is European money, the way you spelled it.
I think Coach Sweeney,
But yeah, I know what you're talking about. That's Greek. Those Euros are Greek.
which one handles the atmosphere.
Best defense in the country?
Play that guy this
I don't know. I'll name some of the top ones though. Clemson, Auburn, Alabama, Georgia, Michigan, Ohio State.
The freshman on campus, and I guess the murmurs and the whispers around town that he's going to upseat the starter just because he's a 5-star guy. I don't necessarily agree with that. What Dabo is doing is giving Trevor Lawrence some opportunities to go out there and prove that he's the guy.
Kid says the game won't be close. UJ offense, best in football. I do think this has the chance to be one of the best offenses Georgia's ever had. If they can get rolling, they're going to be hard to stop. They just got a lot of weapons.
I kind of like what Dabo said, though, to Maria earlier in the show. Like, let's play them both.
Yeah.
And then go with the guy. And then, we'll see. What if
That's right.
Trevor Lawrence struggles? It's not a conference game.
Right.
There's not much at risk, to be honest with you. You know, we were in practice this week. They both looked terrific. Lawrence
team would be my pick too.
12th man here in College Station.
The second half of 2007 is the best Georgia has looked in my lifetime since the early 80s.
Entire life up to this point. I can't explain it. It's one of the best things I've accomplishment I've ever had in my life.
All right, Reese, that is the 12th man in Aggieland. Who's our 12th man?
Yeah, LSU looked good. We'll see. I don't know. Maybe Miami was a little overrated. I mean, they have lost. That was their 4th loss in a row, Miami. So it's not like LSU's the only team that's come out and beat Miami. I mean, they lost their last 3 games last year.
Is our 12th man. Much more to come on College Game Day. Khalil Tate going against Ed Oliver. In the
I like those picks, Josh. I would swap Wisconsin with Ohio State, but you know, obviously it's very possible Ohio State could get in. No, I don't think Jake Fromm will win the Heisman. Best receiving corps in the SEC, Ole Miss. They have probably 3 NFL wide receivers. I mean, they're legit.
It can seem unreachable at first. The bar too high. She is too big. You'll take leaps of faith and fall on your face. But you'll
Top 5 SEC teams of all time. I can't name those off the top of my. I would really have to do some thinking to come up with that kind of a list. I'm sure probably one of Steve Spurrier's Florida teams would probably be on it. You'd probably have to put one of Saban's teams on it.
designed, engineered, tested.
Those would be 2 from modern times. I would probably have to go back 30, 40, 50 years to find some, some more.
Featuring a standard V8 with the best-in-class standard horsepower.
Yeah, Josh, anytime, man. I'm glad you were on. Next call-in show, of course, will be Monday at 3 in the afternoon, 3 Eastern.
This is the face
The Cry or Brag. Every Monday from now on, it's Cry or Brag on UNCLELOU Live at 3 Eastern. Call in and cry, tell me the excuse why you lost, or you call in and brag.
Gripping 4K, 82-inch Samsung QLED TV.
Salads should look like this. Crisp leaves of lettuce, freshly made dressing, clean food that looks this good.
Good morning, Sam. Glad you're back.
Now delivered to home or office. Panera, food as it should be.
Everybody knows Enterprise picks you up. But can they solve all my transportation needs? Spoiler alert, they can.
You can buy from Enterprise Car Sales.
Sold. Car sharing. That's alarmingly sensible.
Billy, this year's team has a quarterback. That's the difference.
Like a mother. Big trucks are kind of my jam.
I mean, I'm not saying they can beat Alabama, but
Like a princess? Exactly.
Burrow looks like a better quarterback than anything they've had over the last few years. All right, guys, y'all have fun watching the games today. I'll have a video up for sure at halftime for you of the Georgia South Carolina game, and I'll have a video up when the game is over. So I might live stream the end of the game if it's close. It's hard to do a live stream when I've got 15 people over here, but I might do a live stream. We'll see. But more than likely, though, it's just going to be a video uploaded at halftime and then a video uploaded when the game is over. Good luck to all your teams today. Let's hope for no injuries. Let's hope the officials don't ruin any games today. And unless you're a South Carolina fan, I hope your team wins today. And I'll be uploading videos throughout the day as need be. But have a great morning, though, too.